I'm Teen Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. That stands for the Barbie Liberation Organization. We're an international group of children's toys that are revolting against the companies that made us.
This little-known faction of underground toy terrorists is waging a video war, claiming responsibility for the sex change operations. Their mission? To wipe out gender stereotypes.
Though we can't have a totally new voice, we can switch with G.I. Joe and other toys for boys. Now we say things like this.
Grab him by the pussy.
It was the worst industrial disaster in India's history.
A spokesman for Dow Chemicals, which took over Union Carbide.
30 years ago, on the night of December the 2nd, 1984, plumes of poisonous gas leaked from an American-run chemical pesticides factory in the town of Bhopal in central India.
I'm very happy to announce that for the first time Dow is accepting full responsibility for the Bhopal catastrophe. We have a $12 billion plan to finally, at long last, fully compensate the victims, including the 120,000 who may need medical care for their entire lives, and to fully and swiftly remediate the Bhopal plant site.
Surveillance capitalism claims private human experience for the market dynamic as a free source of raw material that is translated into behavioral data. These data are then combined with advanced computational abilities to create predictions of what we will do, predictions of our behavior, predictions of what we will do now, soon, and later. And these predictions are then sold to business customers in a new kind of marketplace that trades exclusively in human futures.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot, more than 400 killed. The 4th of July weekend was especially violent. Around 100 people were shot in just over 4 days.
The problem we heard and saw over and over again was guns.
Que fueron fundidos y convertidos en esto. 1,527 armas fueron fundidas y convertidas en 1,527 palas, con las cuales estamos sembrando 1,527 árboles.
But now let's fast forward to just before the financial crisis in the United States. So what happened in the run-up to this enormous economic cataclysm? You've seen very disproportionate income growth. And if you're thinking, well, what are we talking about in the top 0.1%? We're talking about people whose household incomes on average are around $7 million in this group, and the entry point to which is is in the $1 to $2 million range.
Money to burn, money to burn. Does anybody have any money to burn? Does anybody have any money to burn?
Financialization had two effects, right? For one thing that financialization did was that it increased financial instability or set us up for this fall. But the other thing it did is it made a lot of people really, really rich, right? So deregulation was quite good for those at the top, but the systemic risk that they were generating with their activities, right, posed an enormous potential cost for the rest of Americans.
Yes, there is. Can you see your identification?
You have been arrested? Disorderly conduct? No. Look up what I've been arrested here. No, I'm just asking you. I'm asking you the courtesy. I'm not arresting you. I'm just asking. Well, am I ID that first? Well, not yet. Have you have any summonses or anything like that?
Back up, bro.
All right, sir. Disorderly conduct.
I have a return date for August 19th. You gotta go to court. It's on the sun. It's 346 parole. Go there. There will be a warrant for your arrest. Hopefully, you can find some better ways to use your money, right?
The Dakota Access Pipeline stretches for nearly 1,200 miles, completely buried underground. The Dallas-based pipeline company, Energy Transfer Partners, says it's a nearly $4 billion project.
The top bank financing climate violence around the world
It's the old Standard Oil Bank. They never stopped. 23 different banks got together to finance the Standing Rock pipeline. Banks are financing all of this. Americans don't remember that.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom! It is our duty to win! It is our duty to win!
The Obama administration blocked the final permit needed to build under the river. For the protesters and the tribe, it felt like victory. But it would be short-lived.
This is with respect to the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline.
7 weeks later, on his 5th day in office, President Trump issued an executive memorandum instructing the Army Corps of Engineers to expedite the permitting process.
See what you can do in your neighborhood, what you can do up and down the street, in the shops, and then go and do it. Amen. Talking to people, bring your body, go where they work, go where they play. Talk to them, confront them, get into a conversation. It's not going to be done on computers. The revolution will not be pixelated.